Welcome to HappyCast Season 4. We're episode 34-ish because we've had one repeat that we've had to redo. This is Stephanie Stonebreaker. I'm hosting alone, but I feel like I can handle this. Andrew is out eating Taco Bell. Dylan's hunting squirrels. I don't know. I'm not as good of a rambler as Andrew. But we have on Liesl Standish about Run Rabbit, which I feel like we have so much to dive into since the last time we had you on. And then her pacer, Julie Benoit. Did I say that right?
You did.
Yay.
Yay.
Okay, so Liesl, last time we had you on, you were signed up for Never Summer. And Ben was trying to tell you it was a hard race. And I was like, she knows exactly what she's getting into. And then at that time, you had just been on the wait list for Run Rabbit, correct?
Yes. Yes. So at Never Summer, everybody was telling me that I'm definitely going to get off the wait list just based on how it usually goes. So I went into that one planning on using it like as a training run instead of an A race.
Okay, had you not been waitlisted, would you have ran that difficult of a 100? Would you have kept a training plan with that so close?
Yeah. My backup race would have been Saddles 100 in Arizona. It's a Michael Versteeg race. I can't remember how difficult. It's not. I don't think it's as hard as Run Rabbit Run, but it's still like kind of hard. I don't know. I forget details about that one.
Here's the debate that Ben, Chuck, and I were having. I was not debating. I was just like chiming in with questions. But Chuck wanted you to compare Never Summer to Run Rabbit difficulty-wise, even though you're comparing 100K to 100 milers. So we want to hear, because we haven't had you on to talk about Never Summer that finish.
Yeah. So I would say, comparison-wise, I would say Never Summer, like physical-wise, Never Summer is harder. Because of the steepness of the climbs.
Okay.
But mentally, the weather for Run Rabbit Run made it a million times harder. Like,
okay.
So it depends.
You mentioned it. Tell us what the weather was for Run Rabbit.
Oh man, it was crazy. I got rain on, hailed on, sleeted on. People said it was snowing up at the summit aid station, but then it got really cold, like in the low 30s, and like I was not prepared for that. So yeah, it like rained on and off like the whole time.
Okay, what about altitude wise comparing the two?
I mean, I didn't really notice the altitude, so.
I thought, okay, wait. So I have not fact checked this. I'm getting on your Strava to fact check this, but the average altitude was above 8,000, right?
For
Run Rabbit.
Yeah, it's definitely.
And you did not feel that?
No.
Okay, so Julie, do you live in Colorado too?
I do.
Okay.
Like I feel like I feel it once I get over like 12,000 feet.
Yes.
But lower than that, I don't notice it.
Is that what it's like to be a mountain runner? Does that mean you're a mountain runner if you don't feel 8,000 feet? All I could think about is how miserable that 9,000 feet in Colorado was.
Yeah.
Okay, and then they were saying it was 22,000 feet of gain. What did they advertise?
Yeah, I think they advertised 20,000, or it might be 22, but I got like a little over 17. But who knows what you actually get.
Well, yeah, so that was the same thing with Cruel Jewel. They averaged 33,000 and I got like 27 or 28. Like I felt like it was a significant less. But in the moment, you're like, I don't need any more. I don't want my watch to go any higher. Like I'm done climbing. That 17,000 is scary, and with that altitude. Um, so I know you like to just pick hard things, but was there any reason that this one in particular called to you?
So it's a big race, but with more like let's see, like a small race vibes, but it's a big race.
Oh, you felt small race vibes out there?
Yeah. Hmm.
Oh my goodness, that makes me want to run it.
Like the race directors were there at the finish, hugging everyone, and it was just like that doesn't happen at every race. So
Right.
and the aid stations were great. Like everything was great about it. So I've just heard a lot. Once we moved here, everyone said I need to do that one. So
And it looks like it's not an out and back or a loop like this map, this GPS
yeah,
file looks like.
it's a jumbled mess. There's
So
like there's some loops and there's some like out and backs. And yeah.
And so how was the navigation?
It was fine. Like it was well marked. Like I didn't even have the GPX on my watch and I was able to find everything fine.
Awesome. Okay, so you had two pacers. What miles did Julie pace for?
Let's see. Julie did Olympian Hall. What was it, like 12, 13 miles?
It was like just shy of 13. Yeah.
And then
Was it overnight?
Yeah, it was like midnight to 4.
And then Virginia, someone I know through Trail Sisters, she paced me from Olympian to Dry Lake, which was like 7 miles.
And then you did the rest of it by yourself?
Yeah.
No service.
Correct. Well,
Okay.
sometimes at aid stations you would have service, but my phone died. So.
Oh, I know. I'm messaging Tyler and he's like, I'm not there. And I was like, oh my God, I feel like maybe she told me this and I didn't remember. Okay, Gretchen, the one who never remembers anything. I texted her and I was like, did we know Tyler wasn't going? And she was like, yes. And I was like, oh my God, if Gretchen remembers and I didn't, I'm slacking. But I'm going to tell the story of like, even, so we have a girls group chat. Even if one of us does not have service who's racing, like we are still like cheering them on because I feel like you feel the energy. And what race was it that we sent that you got when you got service? You're like, there was bees chasing me.
Washita Trail in Arkansas.
Yes. And so we were like, we sent the bees. So that's why I have, which I don't know if I can, did I show it?
Yeah.
I have a bee tattooed right here because it's like, it doesn't matter whether you have service or not. You knew there was, I mean, you have your community in Colorado, but you know, you have like all these ladies in Texas that were cheering you on and like tracking you through the night.
For sure.
Like just
sure.
refreshing. Okay, so what was your highest moment and your lowest moment?
God.
And were you alone?
I'll go with my lowest moment first because that's, I think, what happened first. So the first 30 miles went great. Like it kind of rained off and on, but it wasn't too bad. But once I got past Billy's Rabbit Hole, it started like pouring. And all that, yeah, it was like raining sideways, lightning, thunder, hail. And all I had a rain jacket and a short sleeve shirt underneath that was wet. And that's when it started getting dark and cold. And like, I was like freezing. So yeah, I was like shaking on the trail. I couldn't run anymore. And like everyone was in rough shape. And a runner, like I think he was probably one of the hares, he passed me. And he was like, are you okay? And I was just like, I'm okay. I'm just really cold. And he was like, do you want a space blanket? And I was like, yes. So he got the space blanket and I like wrapped it around. And after that, I felt okay. Within like half a mile of wearing that, I was able to kind of like shuffle, which probably looked pretty funny with me, like having the space blanket, like ruffling in the wind behind me. But I was able to kind of shuffle a bit. But yeah, so before he stopped, I was ready to quit the next aid station because I didn't realize that Julie and Joan were going to be there. Like I thought no one was going to be there, and I was like, you know what? I don't have any more warm clothes because all my warm clothes were at mile 50. So I was like, and my gloves were soaked. Like I was just like chilled, and like all the fast people that passed me too, like they were in such rough shape because I think everyone was unprepared for the cold, or most people. So yeah,
The wet and the cold was probably what got them. Like they could have done with one or the other, but having both is probably what made it even worse.
And also during that time, I stopped eating and drinking. So it was probably like 2 hours because my hands were frozen. I couldn't take anything out, or I was just done, you know. But then I guess on the flip side, my highest moment was probably when I got the dry lake, which was, what mile was that? Like
40 something, 44ish. Yeah.
Yeah. So I made it there. I was still cold, but a little warm. But that's when I saw Julie and Joan. They just finished volunteering at that aid station, right?
Yeah.
And seeing them, like, definitely, like, I don't know, just made it seem a little brighter. They got me some hot ramen, and then Julie,
I kicked into like mom mode.
Yeah,
what do you mean?
She literally took the shirt off her back and gave it to me, like a long sleeve cotton shirt, and like gave me her gloves because mine were soaked. And yeah, after that, like I just felt like renewed. So that was probably my highest moment because I thought I was done. Like, so yeah, and then after that, I just had I guess like 7 miles to go where I would pick up Julie. So, and I was able to run that section decently. So yeah.
That makes me think of your first 100 where we wake up to this text in the middle of the night that says I'm quitting. With a follow-up text that said, just kidding, I'm going to keep going.
Yeah.
But it's true that, like, it doesn't matter. Like, we knew you weren't going to quit.
Yeah.
But, like, in that moment, that's how you feel.
Yeah.
And then to conquer that is so powerful. Especially with bad conditions, like bad weather.
Yeah.
I mean, it is just a beast. But to have someone there, and there is a reel I saw that I have saved, I'm going to share about, like, because I'm going into my race this weekend knowing nobody in New Jersey, and I'm nervous about traveling to the Northeast alone. I mean, I've traveled to states and done races by myself, but I'm nervous about this one, the traveling piece. But there is so much value in just seeing someone's face. Like, your highest moment, you weren't even getting a pacer at that moment.
Yeah.
You were just seeing people that you recognize their face. So that's what I'm nervous this weekend. Like, I am not going to recognize anyone's eyeballs. Like, I'm not going to see eyes and be like, there's so much power in that, even if they're not pacing, just to know that someone's there. So maybe I'll, like, I don't know. I'll think through it. I'm in the avoidance, even though, like, I'm leaving.
Are you getting a pacer for that one?
Okay, so I found a pacer, and she backed out today. So I have no pacers, which it's going to be fine because I can have AirPods, and it's going to be a huge party. And the loops, it's like one loop, but 3 like tiny loops, like 4, 6, and 7 miles that all go to the start finish.
Okay.
So every like 5-ish miles, I'm going to be at the start finish, which could be bad if I'm feeling distracted. But there's so much power in seeing someone's, face that you recognize. So, Julie, thank you for being there.
Yeah, no, and I was going to just like add that. So we were, my friend Joan and Sophie and Laura were all volunteering at that aid station. And we were like literally like catching runners coming in, getting, marking them in, like, checking them in, putting the time down. I would like text the computer that each runner had come in. So it was like it was very analog, right? But just seeing, when I run races, I don't run 100. I've never run 100 miles, but, I'm like back of the pack runner. So it was super cool to see the front of the pack runners and stuff. But, being the person that was like getting people's, here, dropping. it just like the weather was so bad, and just seeing all of these people that were in the front of the pack, just like, I mean, it sucked. Like they were like hypothermic, they were shaking, trembling, just dropping. Like none of them were prepared for like the hand they were dealt that day, right? And it was so cool to see people like Liesl, and to see people after Liesl come through, and like they were like, they didn't quit, man. They kept going. And like, I don't know. Like maybe the physical part, I mean the speed part isn't there in those people, but the mental part is there in those people that is so not there in a lot of other people. And that was really, really cool to witness and see, just being like, yeah, I would 100%, I think I would have quit. Like, I mean, I was in my overalls, I had a long sleeve shirt, a flannel over it, a sweatshirt over that, and a jacket, and I was cold. And pretty miserable. And I was like, well, I'm only out here for 4 hours, and I'm kind of under a tent. And the whole time in my head, I'm like, if it is doing this at midnight, like, I don't know how do I like support Liesl in this kind of situation if she wants to carry on? Because I was like, I mean, I was in like a dark place, and I wasn't even running yet, you know? So I'm so glad that the weather shifted when I hopped in with you, because I don't know how I would have done it, right?
You don't know how you would have done it if you're the one racing, but when you're pacing, you would have pulled it together just because you were not going to be.
Totally. No, I definitely was going to keep it together for her.
And that's how I feel like why pacing races is so important before you do your first 100, because you realize all the things that, like, if it was your race, you could quit because of the rain. But if you're doing 12 miles, you're like, I'm not going to quit on her 12 miles.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
No, I feel like I learned a lot. Even, you know, I've never volunteered at a race before, and I've never paced at a race before. So it was really, I feel like on the flip side, I get to walk away with like a lot of nuggets for my own little, you know, toolbox as well.
So I'm trying to figure out, do you know how many people started the 100 tortoise?
Oh God, a lot. A lot of people dropped.
Both. I know, that's what I'm trying to figure out the numbers. This wasn't a run ultra sign up one, was it?
It was on ultra sign up, but I don't think the results are posted or anything like that. But I would say over 50% dropped at least.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe more.
Yeah.
So did you feel like back of the pack, even though you weren't at the end, but just because so many people were out behind you?
Did I feel back of the pack?
Yeah.
No, like I never felt like I was chasing cutoffs or anything like that.
So this is what we did not realize this while you were out there. I never thought to check the weather, but we knew it was going to be a hard race just because we've heard stories. I remember Andrea doing it. She may have done it more than once, but 2 years ago she did it when I was doing Flagstaff, and then just to know that you had weather. Is that a normal thing, Julie? Do you know if this is a normal for this race to have hail and rain? And
I don't know. I mean, it was like enough for me to be like, I don't know if this is the one I ever want to do.
Yeah. So Josh said it rained a couple years ago, but it wasn't as bad as this.
Okay.
Yeah. He said this year was much worse.
Yeah.
So
is that kind of the luck that you get with the mountains?
Yes, especially in September.
Yeah.
It's like definitely a wet storm snow season.
Yeah.
So I could just like not go to the mountains in September. Like that's how do I prevent not going into the hail and stuff?
I mean, it's definitely hard because like in August, that's like the most storms, like afternoon thunderstorms.
Yeah. And it's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andrew said, because he's mad he can't be here, tell Liesl I love her and I can't believe I've yet to do a full episode with her and I. Crying emoji. And then when she does a 200 miler in a year, I'll be there for sure.
Yeah, right.
So how is your body feeling post-race now?
That feels better than my first 100 than Zion. Like I feel like I was walking, unless I was like going uphill anywhere, I feel like I was walking pretty normal. But stairs hurt. And then getting out of bed hurts. I'm still like in the brain fog a little bit.
This is Monday after you finished yesterday and then you drove 3 hours home. So
yeah,
I
that
feel
was
like
yeah.
it's still fresh.
Oh, I don't think I told you, Julie, but so I think not eating for a couple hours caught up to me, and I hallucinated for the first time.
Oh, what'd you see?
Men in the woods.
Amazing.
And then also like animals, like moose, bear, rhino.
Wild. How long did this last you?
A long time, even after the race. Because when I was taking a shower in the tiles, I saw cat faces in all the tiles.
Whoa. So I asked Liesl when we were running if she's ever gotten to the point of hallucinating.
Yeah, that not eating and drinking caught up with me, I think.
Yeah, you got to eat and drink.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've had a few like episodes, but I have not hallucinated anything like my first 100 where I was just like seeing like colors that weren't there.
I'm gonna grab my charger because I just realized
go
my
for it.
computer's gonna die. Sorry.
Yeah, like I kept seeing like men that were dressed up as hunters, which makes sense because we did see some hunters out there. But then when I got closer, they would just kind of like fade away, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay, that's a hallucination. Did you go back to an Airbnb or a hotel, or where did you shower before you went back?
Airbnb. Yeah.
So I have gotten a hotel for New Jersey race, but just the night before, okay? Because I'm going to be running. First of all, the hotels out there are like $300 for one night.
For a night? Oh, wow.
It's pretty expensive. I think I found one for like $270 or something. Like, and it's gonna be like real cheap, and like it's probably scary. But I'm known to get really scary places to stay in because I don't know why. Like, I'll spend money on a good rental car, but like I like to stay in cheap places. Anyways, I mean, I've had a place that wouldn't lock. I've stayed in some really sketchy places, and I'm pretty sure it's the same brand that. Anyways, so I'm staying real cheap, or not cheap. Friday night, I'm not paying for a room Saturday night, and it's a 36-hour race. So I could be done Sunday at like 7 p.m. Or I could be, 7 p.m. Or I could be done at 10 a.m. So it's like, I don't want to pay for a place if I'm not going to be able to, like, and then I'm flying out Monday morning. So I was like, I'll just sleep in my car, which is what I've done before. But I don't think that's a New Jersey thing. Like, I don't think there's going to be a safe place for me to go sleep in my rental car. So then I've decided I'm going to go find a Planet Fitness because I have a membership and just go shower. And they have Planet Fitness in New Jersey.
Well, there you go.
I haven't been going to the gym, so I might as well get my money's worth and go get a nice shower. And then I'm like, I guess I could sleep in the parking lot of the Planet Fitness. I don't even have a pacer that I can be like, hey, where is it safe to sleep in my car? But if I get done super early, I'll go, drop $200 or $300 on a hotel, but not if it's only going to be like a couple hours till I have to be at the airport. I could sleep at the airport, right?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. What if you sleep in the car in the parking lot of the rental car place?
Can I do that?
Yeah, why not? Or like at the airport.
They usually make you pull up.
Oh, they
take
do.
The car.
Like, I need a couple little snooze.
Yeah, I would probably just sleep at the airport somewhere.
I was thinking I could sleep at the Planet Fit. I don't know. I will ask. Trust me, this is what I'm going to be talking about when I'm running and like meeting people and being like, so does anyone sleep in their cars out here? Like in Texas, we sleep in our cars all the time when we want to go places. So, which I guess I could probably just ask on the question and answer. It's a really supportive race. Like they hold all these like webinars and stuff, and it's a 36-hour. Okay, So, do you have something else? This is like the worst question to ask, but it's always like what we're curious about. Is there something else in the horizon for you, or are you ready to sit back and wait?
So I think the rest of the year I'm just gonna chill, and then I think I'll just enter a bunch of lotteries and just see what happens there. Yeah.
I love that
We're
you were
we're
so
so
brave.
different.
What?
I know, me too. Like, I still, when you said that you were going to enter this and be waitlisted, and I was just like, that doesn't make you anxious at all. But you took it like a champ. You're like, I'll just have a training run, and
Yeah.
oh
You're
my
just gonna
goodness.
adapt. But if I don't get into any lotteries, I'll have to figure out backups. So
Will you share what lotteries you're thinking about entering?
let's see, Western States, I love some Hard Rock, and Leadville, maybe.
Oh my god.
And I just
Oh
hope
my
I don't get into.
God.
I mean, I doubt I'll get into. I think high lonesome. I would have the highest chance because it's 50% female. But I think the rest of them has a pretty low chance of getting in.
Hey, you could pull a Studebaker.
Yeah,
He had one ticket and got into Western States off of one ticket.
yeah. I mean, it happens. So
Yeah, you never know. Okay, what about what Andrew was saying about a 200 miler? Are they calling you yet? Do you think you'll do one day?
I do want to do one day. It'd probably be either Cocodona or Mammoth, but it's probably not anytime soon. Just I think I want to wait for the kids to get older, so it's not as hard on like Tyler, or we all go like it's a lot of work.
So that's another situation I want to talk about. So Tyler stayed home with the kids because he's not babysitting, like he's a parent.
Yeah.
So he didn't have to call and say, what's for dinner? He knows what to feed the kids.
Yeah.
I want to shout out for being a bare minimum dad. Not that he's a bare minimum dad. I'm saying shout out that there are men that are acting like dads that don't have to go.
Yeah, like I would have
You know what
loved
I mean.
them. So they mostly didn't come just because we're in like save money mode. So if we wanted to go, I was pricing out Airbnbs and they were like over $1,000 for a couple days for all of us. So we decided just for me to go.
So did you stay in an Airbnb by yourself?
No, I stayed with. I don't even know how many people were there.
There were some. Did you see my picture of all the shoes?
Yes, there was like 20
So
shoes
many
by
shoes.
the door. So there was two other guys who were doing the race, and then their wives or partners, and I don't know who else.
And
Like
two
Julie
other
was
guys.
there.
Two
What?
other guys and me and Laura.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
there was a lot of people,
there were a lot of people.
and
there.
it was like a 2-bedroom place.
Yeah, we just kind of like really made it work.
Y'all did cots and couches and stuff?
Yeah, so there was like a kid. There was like a kid bunk bed by the front door.
It was like a built-in, like
Yeah.
someone like built it into like the mud room. There were like no doors, like nothing.
It was definitely built for kids because like I couldn't stretch out without hitting
Oh
the
my
wall.
God.
Amazing. I could
Hey, but
stretch
that's
out.
how-
so.
Hey, but that's how you had a shower afterwards. That's what
Yes,
matters.
yes.
Like you got a shower
Yeah.
afterwards.
Yeah,
She wasn't
no,
in the
it
car.
was glad it worked out.
I don't like staying in Airbnbs by myself. So if I don't have people going with me, I will not do an Airbnb. It doesn't matter how cheap I can get it. Because in Arkansas, the one we got was like, I got was super cheap. But the first night, no one came. And it is scary being in someone else's house alone.
So
Like
fun.
a hotel, it's like you can just go knock on, like everyone's around you.
Mhm.
But in a house, I'm like, they could break in and like kill me and nobody would know. So that's why I was like, did you stay by yourself? But
No.
y'all were good. So where did you meet everybody that y'all all went in on the Airbnb? How'd that happen?
Let's see. I met Julie and Joan at the Never Summer training camp. So that was held like a month before Never Summer. And yeah, we just happened to like run together during that, and we were camping by each other. So that's how we met. And we've run together like
We had
once or
some
twice.
pictures together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
And
Yeah,
now y'all
no,
bonded together in the overnight miles.
no, it's great. Like when we met her at Never Summer, I'm kind of like the lab puppy that I need to meet everybody. I love people like so much. People make me so happy. So after we met Liesl, I like found her on like, Instagram and Strava pretty much immediately. And I was like, we will be friends. Like I will be friends. Charger keeps falling out. And it's true. We're friends now, So I'm super excited about that. But everyone,
I am the same way,
yeah,
Julie, with people.
I
So
love
last
people.
September, I ran a race in Michigan, and I got this lady to pace me that's a stranger, and we still keep in contact about like life and stuff.
That's amazing. As it should be,
Right.
Yeah. But like what's super cool, I was thinking about this, Liesl, on my charger keeps falling out. I was thinking about this on yesterday was Sunday. Yeah, yesterday I was thinking about this. How like I don't know, I just keep like reflecting on the fact that you're like a mom of 4 kids and like you're not running professionally and like you're doing this like I think about like the sacrifices that you make. I mean, I make them too, like to my family, but like how cool it is that like your kids, my kids, like see you do this like hard, like show up for yourself like every freaking day and like do this hard stuff and like finish this hard stuff and like when I say it, I'm like, I'm not good at this thing. I'm not like a fast runner. I'm not winning races, but to be this role model for my kids and even some friends of mine to like just show up for myself, do something, not win, just finish it. And that is like the win is finishing, right? And then I don't know, for like your kids to see this and like it's not about being the fastest and the best and like first place. It's about just like doing something for yourself because you love it and because and that's the only reason why, right? And how important that is to be that person in their lives, right? Because I don't know, I think about like how many other parents that I know that are out there doing this, and I really don't know that many. So when I met you and have seen you do these things, I'm like, wow, like she does this too. And there's something like super special about that. So I hope that you see that in yourself too, because it is really pretty magical and badass.
And
Thank
she's
you.
done this through raising kids and nursing
Breastfeeding
children.
kids. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No.
Definitely appreciate it.
Yeah.
I do disappoint the neighborhood kids when they ask me if I won.
Oh, absolutely. Totally. Yeah.
I'm like, nope, not even close.
Yep. Nope. Slow and steady. That's what wins
But yeah,
those kids.
it's true that I hope it shows them that like you don't have to be the best to do what you love. You can just do what you love.
Totally. So. Totally. And I think that's like it's so good, right? It's like such a good nugget to walk away with. So yeah. One other really cool thing about the race, I have to tell you, well, pacing Liesl was, so we rode, I'm in bike mode. Sorry. We were running up this mountain and the whole time I was like, well, it's midnight. I can't see the top and that's good. Right. So in like 13 and a half miles or 13 miles, we did like 2,400 feet of gain, which I don't love vert. So I was like, this is plenty of vert for me. And I was like, thank God I can't see the top of this mountain. So we were just like running. And it was like so many switchbacks. And I was like, I can't wait to see the Strava picture when I'm done because it's going to look totally insane. But anyway, we're running. And like, it was just, I was so scared to run at night because I've never run in the woods at night. I'm afraid of mountain lions. I'm afraid of bears. So I was like, okay, this is great. So I wasn't scared at all. So I don't know if it was the other runners or just like Liesl's like super chill energy because Liesl is maybe the most chill person I've met. Or it was just so cool to like run behind her and like my only like field of vision was like my headlamp lighting up her back, her pack. And then it was just like this kind of like orb of light. And that's all I could see. So it was like, I couldn't see to the right. I couldn't see to the left. I couldn't see to the back. But one thing that was so super cool, and I kept saying it a billion times, and I think I will never forget, but there was like, we're running up and we're getting pretty high. And there was like an inversion happening like in the weather. So like the warmer air was on top and the cooler air was on the bottom. So we're running up and I kept being like, God, every time we were going up, it feels so hot. But every time we were going down, it was so cold. But we got to this point and there was this cloud or like fog, but it was like there was this valley and the fog was just like filling up the valley. It was like someone had put like a plug in the valley and it was all fog, but under the fog, you could see the lights of the city. It was the coolest image. It was so freaking beautiful. And then when we finally were finishing, we got down and Liesl, I was like, do you remember? I don't know if you remember saying this, Liesl, but we got down to the bottom and it was where we had started, but there weren't a billion people there. There were maybe like 10 dark figures like lurking in the fog. And I saw like this A-frame like chalet where we had a bench and the bench was there, but like none of our people were there. And I was like, whoa, it feels like, and Liesl was like, feels like a bad dream. And I was like, it feels like the end of the world.
Yeah, because it was very
it was so weird. Yeah. But it everything just felt like kind of icky. And I was like, what just happened? Like, did we just do that? So anyway, but it wasn't a bad dream.
Now that makes me want to go run a 100-miler.
Yeah.
Running through the night, because your whole running at night, your whole perspective changes. Everything you were just zoned in, and then the light comes out, and you're like, "Oh, is this what it's been like? Like all this has been out here." But I think in the mountains would be even more epic, especially when I was in Montana, seeing the fog in the morning. That is one of my favorite memories. Is seeing the fog. But I can't imagine that the weather changed with the invasion. Like that, I've never heard of that.
Yeah. And then in my headlamp, all of this stuff was coming into my headlamp, and I was like, "Is that dirt or rain?" And then Liesl was like, "No, I think it's just the cloud that we're now in." I was like, "Oh, you're right." Yeah.
See, and that's the other thing about running in the fog. That's why y'all felt like it was a dream, because everything was blurry.
Yeah.
That's when I have to pull. I need to remember that I need to bring my waist lamp, because when it's foggy, I get sleepy because I can't see, but I don't know that I can't see. It's just everything's so blurry.
Oh, no, it was a very cool thing. I still can't believe she did it. It was amazing.
Yeah, with the weather, it's especially reading people's race reports. I don't know how I did that.
Yeah, I don't know how you did it. You're a badass. That's how you did it.
And were you worried when she came into the aid station you were volunteering at, and you're like, "Oh my God"?
No, I knew. I could tell. She came in smiling, super chill. Her other pacer, Virginia was her name, yeah?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I saw her the next morning at the finish line because we were there watching the beginning people come in, and we were just talking about how chill you were about the whole thing. Yeah, sure, if you can pace me. If not, no big deal. And I'm like, "Oh, I will pace you. I will pace you for whatever you need. I'm here for you." But yeah, so chill. I had, just super chill. I just tried to match where you were. That was all I could think to do. Was all right, just meet Liesl where she is.
Yeah.
And just kind of hang out. And there was a time where we were quiet for a bit.
Yeah.
And that was okay.
It's mostly I just wanted someone to be with me. I didn't really need anything. It's just more I just want someone there, to talk to if I wanted to. So
yeah.
It's body doubling.
Yeah.
I did feel bad. I could tell. I think Virginia wanted to run for her. It was uphill, and I'm like,
right.
All right.
Yeah, totally.
We're not doing it. I don't care how smooth this is.
I also think after I got so cold, I don't know if my muscles locked up or what, but it was very hard to get my body moving again. At least run wise. So
yeah, I believe that.
Yeah. Yeah. So the last 5 miles of the race, you descend 5,000 feet or something like that.
Oh my God.
And it was raining, of course, and it was muddy.
So there's no way you can do that quickly. I feel like if you're hesitant going downhill, it's so much harder.
50 milers were passing me, and I was a little envious of how fresh they looked. Yeah. But yeah, I was trying to shuffle down a little bit, but yeah, it's definitely a quad killer. And then with the mud and rain too, it was just and then it was also foggy, so I couldn't even see where we were going with all the rain and stuff. But yeah.
Oh my goodness. So when people were passing you, were they nice about it so that you didn't trip and fall in the mud?
It was a pretty wide dirt, like Jeep road almost. So there was plenty of room for people to go around you. It's more like certain parts of the road were more muddy than others. So you just kind of had to like hop around to see, like you could kind of tell which parts were muddy and which ones weren't, sort of.
Okay, any weird food things that you ate or unusual things you craved or ate at the aid station?
Trying to think.
Peach cobbler.
Oh yeah, they were serving peach cobbler, but I did not eat it. So
No.
like nighttime is definitely the time that I rely more on like liquid calories or gels because food does not sound good. So, but yeah, like real food wise, I had like pancakes, ramen.
Was that on day 2?
What?
Like not the first day, but the next morning, or?
Yeah, I think the next morning. Joan at mile 50, I think she had like some vegan broth for me, so that was nice to help warm me up.
That's good.
Yeah, I feel like I don't eat very like I had like watermelon and stuff. Like it's not weird stuff. It's just your typical aid station stuff.
And so it started raining early on, and all your dry clothes were at your drop bag at mile 50.
Yes. So
that's the other, like, not in my brace I'm doing, but that's the big fearful about like going and not having crew is if you want clothes, it's like, did you put it at the right spot, or was there even a spot that you could have dropped it on? Nobody's carrying pants on them.
Yeah, some people did carry rain pants. I was surprised. I was jealous of them. I saw probably at least 10 people with rain pants.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. So I think if I were to do this race again, I would carry with me like a rain jacket, like a warm layer of some kind, and then like rain pants and waterproof gloves. Because I went through three pairs of gloves, I think, and they all got soaked.
And they weren't waterproof, that's why? Or they were waterproof and
they weren't waterproof.
Get wet?
Yeah.
I feel like all my gloves that are waterproof still get wet.
Yeah.
And it's coming up on the cold season. Like, I'm not ready to run in the cold. Like, it's still like 90s here. So, okay. Any unusual thing you did for training besides running Never Summer?
Unusual? No. I just tried to run a lot of vert. So I think it was August. August. August was my highest mileage month ever, but I never ran over 18 miles in one go. And then I also got like 34,000 feet of gain for the month or something like that. So I just tried to work on vert. Yeah. I just do my usual stuff.
Yeah. And that's how you finish a race with lots of discipline. And I mean, the weather was not controllable, but you didn't have any like surprises. Like, you put in the training, you showed up, and you finished that bitch.
Yeah, if the weather didn't go so bad, I felt like it would have been like a pretty runnable race, at least on the downhills.
I do want to say that I deleted the Facebook app for a few days this week to protect my peace. And I downloaded the Facebook app just so I could upload your finish in DDR. And like, since I didn't have it when, I guess Ben, does he post? I think he posts on Thursdays, or whatever day he posts. I messaged Gretchen and I said, go check and make sure Liesl was tagged so that people are tracking her. I don't want to get on Facebook and see anything I don't want to see. And then, so yes, my weekend, and I may have gotten back on too soon because I was still unfriending people, but I did get on, and I'm in the, I don't need to see stuff in my life. I can just, protect my peace. Like that's where I'm at in life.
Yep.
I have a very obsessive personality, so I'm trying to keep my mental health, especially when taper week hits. Like I'm like all sorts of going into this taper week. I'll be good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we usually, any other good feedbacks before we do the can't let it go? Anything you want to share?
Let's see. I can't think of anything. I would definitely recommend this race to people.
Oh, I know, but it's
Like,
so
it's
scary.
I don't think it's as hard as what people think, I guess. Like, you just have to be patient.
You weren't ever stressed about not being able to finish. It's going to be hard, but you were never stressed about whether you were incapable of finishing.
Yeah. Correct.
Okay. I mean, part of me is like, oh, let's go do it. But then the other part of me is like, there's a reason you picked a different Colorado 100.
You can always do it after you're done with your
I think I'm not going to get to the 50 before I repeat states.
So
I already have one in my head that I really want to do, that I need to either go pace someone and get it out of my head or something.
Yeah. One cool thing about Run Rabbit Run is people who are older, so females who are 50 and above and men who are 60 and above get to start, I think it's at like 7 a.m., like an early start. So
that's why they had 38 hour or 37 plus
yeah,
hour
so,
finishers, because they got the early bird start.
Yeah.
Oh, I wondered that too.
Yeah, so there was a man who finished like right before me, but it was, I guess, like 2 hours added, but he was 74 years old.
That's amazing.
Like, that's crazy.
That is. Okay, so then the other, we should have, I'm all out of it. We should have done, will you explain the tortoise and the hare piece of this?
Yeah,
race,
so
what makes it different from other races?
It's basically tortoises have 36 hours, and then hares have 30 hours. And then the hares can also, there's prize money. I think it's like $15,000 if you get first place. And I think they give prize money down like 7 people.
Which is why I didn't see it as small race vibes, but that's cool that they were able to, especially if they were doing like analog check-ins, that's small race vibes.
Like it's definitely a competitive race. It just has more of like a small town feel, like small race feel, like, you know.
Yeah. And then I guess we can say that the early birds get 38 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if they're going to post those as finishes or not, but they're saying 38:06 early bird, 37:42, 36:47.
Yeah.
So I think they're counting that.
I think they do count them, maybe. I would guess.
I love that too. When races are like, we care more about you finishing than pulling you at mile 95 or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So we usually, Julie, we wrap up the podcast with a can't let it go. So you say anything that's on your mind. It can be running related or not running related. I'm going to go first because mine's a thoughtful one. And then hopefully y'all will have maybe some more cheerful ones. So my birthday was last weekend. It's in September. Every September for the last 4 Septembers, well, actually, I'm always doing a race, but the last 4 have been 100-mile races. And so as I'm going into this 100-mile race, I'm thinking about where I was last September for that 100-mile race, and I was not in a good home life situation, mental state, situation I didn't think I could handle. And I remember going to that Michigan race and thinking, how am I going to get myself happy again? And I remember racing and running with people and not wanting to talk to people, which is not me. It's the only time I can think of when I went running and I was like, don't talk to me. But I didn't want to be alone either. So at night, I would just run behind people and not talk to them. Well, I mean, I'd talk to them in my head, but I didn't actually want to socialize. And it took me 45 miles to get into that race. And then I remember texting Ben and Chuck and being like, okay, I think I'm gonna do this race now. And it was 45 miles in. And so it's crazy to think that now, a year later, I'm in such a place of peace, and I'm not in that same situation. And I feel like that was like the best birthday gift I could give to myself, you know, reflecting back on it year. And so it's been a very reflective weekend, especially, you know, since I was off Facebook until you finished. But just thinking about where I'm at now and like how happy I am. I mean, I'm nervous about traveling. I'm not nervous about the race. It's got a 36-hour cutoff. If anybody knows anybody in New Jersey that would like to come pace me overnight, I will talk to you. I'll be in a good mood. It won't be the same. I am going to put some feelers out. I'm going to try to get someone, even for a few miles, this week, but I just haven't had time today. Okay, so Liesl, do you have a can't let it go?
Oh man. So like besides just me still not believing that I finished, mine's, let's see. I guess so my kids are collecting grasshoppers and they've been escaping and now they're in the house. And so Tyler just went and bought what's it called? A terrarium or something? Whatever. What is it called?
Like a not terrarium, terranium. No, terrarium.
Yeah. Terrarium. You said it the first. Yeah.
Terrarium. Yeah.
Whatever that is. He went and bought one. So hopefully they'll stay collected in one thing. Because even last night, Ben brought a moth in that was probably it was massive. He brought it into my bedroom and then let it go. And so I went and slept in the guest room because I'm like, I'm not sleeping in here. So yeah, I don't know. I like bugs, but I don't like them in the house. So I'm trying to
You don't like them free.
Yes. So this is I guess a compromise of letting them in the house as long as they can stay in. Even one of Ben's friends dropped off a grasshopper to put in earlier. I was like, oh my gosh.
He's like, this is where we keep them now.
Yeah.
This is where we
so that's just on my mind just because it's literally what's happening. I think I can hear them upstairs messing with it.
Their new pet. Mom won't let us have a cat, so we're gonna.
Yeah. Well, we already have 2 cats and a dog, so. Oh yeah, and then one of the cats had been attacking the grass. I don't know. It's a mess.
But now you have grasshoppers. You're adding that to the collection.
Yes, and they're giving them names and stuff. So.
Oh my goodness.
Danny, no. Can we go back now?
But yeah.
Okay, Julie, what's your can't let it go?
Oh goodness, what's my can't let it go? I don't know if I
that's
fully.
on your mind right now.
What's all? I don't know what kind of podcast we're on.
Well, since Andrew's not here, I brought up something rather controversial last week.
What is on
before
my
everything
mind?
got posted?
I don't know everything. I feel like the world's dark, but trying to find bright lights in it all. And I don't know. I guess and mine will be running related. Kind of just again walking away from this weekend. I don't know. I came home and was just I didn't even race, but I was just beaming with happiness and excitement of how awesome this weekend was, and all these friends that I've met in the past few years, and it's just all through running. Billy, hang on, baby. It's all through running, and I don't know. Running's just so cool in ways that it just brings people together, and I think that it's just the most special thing, right? And I hold on to it. We've got a photo bomber here. She just how cool it is to run. My oldest daughter, not this one, my oldest daughter is running cross country. She's crushing it this year. We have an exchange student that's living with us for the year. She's doing cross country. She's crushing it. And it's just so cool to see everyone I love running and just doing such good stuff. So yeah.
So are you going to do 100 eventually, or is this?
I said I was not. So when I came back from pacing you, Liesl, I crawled onto the top bunk and I woke Laura up, and I was like, I went to bed in the clothes that I ran in because I didn't want to take them off because I was so cold and I didn't want air touching my skin. I was like, I'm just going to get into bed and I'm going to sleep in these dirty ass clothes. And I was like, Laura, I'm just going to say this. Laura is one of my best friends. And I was like, I'm just going to say this. I am never, ever, ever running a 100-mile race. And she was like, really? I find that hard to believe or something. And I was like, I just want you to hold me accountable for this. And then the next morning we went to the start line and I was like, all right, here's the deal. When I run my 100-mile race, and she just looked at me and was like, no, you didn't. I was like, of course I did. So yeah, I will run 100 miles. I'll be 50 in December. So I want to do some like big stuff next year because I have this weird thing about turning 50, but it's like it feels like a death sentence, but I'm like, I just want to do these things because they're awesome. So I'm more interested in a multi-day kind of like self-supported adventure where maybe I'll do like a couple 100 miles over the course of like 5 or 6 days. That's what I see myself doing next. Or 100K. Maybe I'll do Javelina next year, 100K. 100K.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you have to keep in touch because we want to hear whatever you end up doing so that we can support you.
Yeah, no, I definitely will. I did 50 miles is like the most I've done, and that's good.
Where'd you do it?
I did Silver Rush this year up in Leadville. So that was really cool. It was a hard one. And then I did Dead Horse. I think Liesl did Dead Horse the same year I did.
Yeah, we both did it.
We didn't know each other, but we both did it. We should see. I should look at I did. Yeah,
I think we finished around the same time too. So.
Awesome. How funny. Yeah.
Was that the one with all the rocks?
That was in Canyonlands. Yeah.
All the slick rock.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember those pictures and I was like, oh my God, what is she doing out there?
Yeah.
Well, thank y'all both for taking time out of your day to come share with us and hopefully inspire other women. 50 is young for the sport. I'm just going to throw that out there. But if there's someone in their 40s that needs to be motivated by Julie, she's now going to do 100 milers, so you can too. And we totally support moms getting into the sport, doing the unthinkable. So we're going to end this with happy endings.
Happy endings.
Happy endings. Monos.